All right, so I'm doing some mixing in my kitchen today, getting ready for all things postpartum to pamper myself and just ensure optimal healing. I think a lot of what happened in my last birth and what made it go so well was the prep work that I did. We know this about anything in life, that if you are prepared and you do mindset work and you do the research of the things that are going to support your body, you're going to be set yourself up for a lot more success. So I largely believe that contributed to why I had such an amazing postpartum recovery with my daughter Sailor. And so we're going to do the same thing again for this babe who's due in 6-ish weeks. Could be 3. I feel like I'm going to be a little bit early, so let's pray and speak that. So I'm making a few things this morning. I did do a few things already. So I made some pad spray. So in this pad spray, it's aloe vera, it's witch hazel, and it's lavender, helichrysum, and I'll just read you the exact recipe, and I'll post the recipes after with this video. So let's see, here we go. So DIY pad school, it's 1.5 ounce aloe vera, 1.5 ounce witch hazel. You wanna make sure it's alcohol free and unscented. I get mine from Amazon. And then 15 to 20 drops of lavender, frankincense, tea tree, and helichrysum. So what I do is I spray that on my pads, and I'm not gonna do that today because I don't have room in my freezer right now. And so what you do is you spray it on the pads. You don't wanna oversaturate them so they're not like rock solid frozen when you pull them out to put on your Lady Garden postpartum. But what I do is when I open them up, I put them in like a little dish so they're actually like already shaped. And then I just spray probably 10 spritzes of this on, and then keep them in the freezer and then reapply every so often to help heal down there. So that's one thing that I made already. I had some extra, and because the ingredients were so good, I just made it into an after sun spray. I added just 10 drops of peppermint. So it was the same thing, frankincense, tea tree, lavender, and helichrysum with the aloe and witch hazel, and then I just added some peppermint because I had some extra. So how fun is that? Great DIYs. Alternatively, if you don't want to buy all the ingredients, you can buy Clariderm. This is amazing for prepping your perineum, and you can just spray this on your pads and freeze them, and it'll have an amazing effect as well. So I just do both because I had the ingredients and I like making things. So Clariderm, worth its weight in gold. Mamas, if you want to treat your Lady Garden, which you do, you want to take care of it, it'll take care of you. You need Clariderm in your life. It's got helichrysum in it already, and myrrh and lavender, frankincense, tea tree, and Roman chamomile. So all the things, and it's worth its weight in gold. I always say that. The other thing I already just mixed up just because I didn't want to be making too long is a postpartum soak. So I have a sitz bath that I put on top of my toilet, some warm water in there, and then I'll just put like a cup of this in. It's just Epsom salts. I put some Himalayan salts in there, and then 10 or 15 drops of lavender, frankincense, and tea tree. So those are kind of my 3 oils that I use a lot for postpartum. Lavender, it's incredibly healing for skin, encourages circulation. Same with frankincense, it's incredibly healing. It encourages like scar tissue, it encourages blood flow, and tea tree is kind of like antifungal properties so that there's no infection. So that's why we use those 3 in a lot of our postpartum products. The book that I get all these recipes from is Betsy Bossom's Baby Book. This is a great book. You can get it off Amazon or Life Science Publishers. Strongly recommend it because yeah, it's just got such good recipes and tips for all things pregnancy, labor, birth, postpartum, and beyond. So now that we're gonna get to mixing some things, I'm gonna make some bum pads, because another thing is when there's a lot of pressure down there and you're pushing a baby out. Sailor, my daughter, was 9'3", so I'm kind of expecting this baby to be big too. There tends to be some sensitivities in the perineum, but also in the bum area. So these are called bottom soothing bathroom pads. And what they are is witch hazel. Again, I got this off Amazon, fractionated coconut oil. I'll just read the recipe to you. It is bottom soothing bathroom pad. So it's a tablespoon of fractionated coconut oil. So that just means liquid or other carrier oil. A tablespoon of witch hazel, 8 drops cypress, and 2 drops lavender and frankincense. So I just take these cotton rounds and I'm gonna mix it in here first. So I'm just gonna eye it, and I'm gonna double the recipe because I'm gonna do both. And so if you struggled with hemorrhoids, these were very soothing for me postpartum with Sailor. So I'm gonna use these postpartum with this babe as well because they're really not comfortable. Another few tips I have for just that postpartum time is peppermint oil. So if you actually keep this on the back of your toilet and just drop it in your toilet. It just like will relax, the aromas will rise into the air and relax your anus and help you go and not have that like fear of going postpartum. The other thing is taking probiotics. Make sure you take probiotics. We love Young Living's Life 9 probiotic because it is 17 billion active live cultures, and it's just such a stunning probiotic. It actually works and it keeps things going and moving. So after birth, you know, my intestines are all squished up in there. It does take some time to regulate. So with my daughter, I was really good at taking them up until birth and like the day I delivered. And then I got a little distracted and forgot. So I reminded my husband, don't let me forget that this time, because I then dealt with some constipation, and I am not like even joking. I was sitting on the toilet for like an hour and crying, and it was worse than labor. Okay, so listen to me when I tell you, you want to make sure you have something set up for your bottom area because you don't want to struggle. Okay, so I did 2 tablespoons. About how I know is there's 4 tablespoons in a 1/4 cup. So this is a 1/4 cup here, so I'm doing like half of that. And then I'll just go to a 1/4 cup with witch hazel. And then it says, so I'm gonna do double. So about 16 drops cypress, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, about. I'm a little bit of a sometimes overdropper. And then a couple drops of lavender, so 4. And then a couple drops of frankincense. And then all I'm gonna do is I have this little tin here, and I'll just keep that on the back of my toilet as well. I'm going to grab these pads out, and it said 10 to 12, so I'll probably do 20-ish, and then I just use those to soothe the area postpartum. So cypress is amazing for blood flow again, which is what you need when you're postpartum. And then it's also, lavender is good for blood flow and healing, and then frankincense as well. So I'm just gonna put those in there. I'm gonna do half, and then just give this a little shaky shake, pour it on top, and then I'm gonna put some more on there and squish them down, and then just fill this up to the top as much as I can because I want them to all be soaked and good. So that's the bottom soothing bathroom pads. Super easy. Once you have your oils and a few bases like coconut oil and witch hazel, some Epsom salts, you can make so many things. And that's what I love about these oils, is you can cater them to what your specific needs are. And you can also just save so much money because you don't have to use very much oil, and you can just use a lot of bases and stretch your products out. So I'm just gonna stretch that in there, and then you'll see they're all kind of soaking up the goodness. Put a label on top. I have the Dymo retro label thing off Amazon. It's amazing. I love it. I think it's so cute. So there's my bum pads. The next thing that I'm gonna make is a Happy Mama roller for postpartum. So in the Happy Mama roller, it's 10 drops of joy. So this one is quite floral. So tip is, if you don't love joy or any floral oils, add a citrus oil because it just really lightens up the floral hints. So there's about 10, because sometimes you do get a bit weepy postpartum, and so I just want to be prepared to support my emotions so that I can grieve. A cool story I heard about joy one time is actually when you're grieving, your adenoids and your adrenal glands like shut down, and so joy, with its unique scent capabilities, when you smell it in and roll it on your wrist and the back of your neck, has the ability to open those up again. So I'm gonna do 10 drops joy. I'm out of ylang ylang right now, so I'm just gonna do 10 drops joy, 10 drops orange, and then 10 drops lavender. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 drops orange. Make sure I put the right lid back on there. 10 drops peace and calming. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite oils ever. I used to hate this one, but now it's like go-to. 4, getting low on this one. 5, 6. Okay, another little tip is when you're getting low on oil, to get the rest out, you take the cap, and if you just go to the top, you can easily, oh I just sprung that in my eye. Spring the lid out, okay? And then we're gonna dump the rest of that in there, because we're gonna need all the peace and calming for the mama's emotions. Another tip is to get the rest out, you can just put a little bit of V6 in, so you're not wasting any oil. When you're making a roller, dump it in, and then get all those final drops out. You can also make like a bath salt, or you can put them in water and then make like a funky diffuser blend. So many things to do with your empties. Okay, so that was 10 drops joy, 10 drops orange, 10 drops peace and calming, and then I'm gonna do 10 drops lavender because I love lavender, and then 10 drops frankincense. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm gonna add 10 drops frankincense because frankincense is very grounding and just really supportive of your emotions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Okay, smelling good so far. I'm kind of making this blend up as I go, and you can totally do that as well. Like you can do what you think you need for support, for your emotions, and go from there. Then I'm just gonna pop a roller top on it. I have this cute bamboo roller. I got these off Amazon as well, and shake that up so I know it's for me. So that's my Happy Mama roller blend. I'm just gonna wipe it off, and then I have a little label that I made. So for these labels too, I got them off Amazon. Don't know where they are. I got the sticker paper off Amazon. They're really cute. I want to show it to you. It's gone. I will. I'll show it to you after. Oh, here it is. So I did this little rainbow one and just printed this. I just bought the sticker paper off Amazon and just printed it out on my home paper at home. So you could totally just like go on Word and make something that you want to name it, and then print it on sticker paper. You could make a couple up so you could have like a whole roller collection, and then I just cut them in squares. And then I'm gonna have my Happy Mama roller blend for me postpartum. Just like that. So pretty easy. So we have the bum, the Happy Mama roller. The other thing I'm gonna make is some love potion. So this is a lube. And this is very supportive of perineum, and just as you're preparing, I always give this as a wedding gift because it's amazing, and everybody that I give this to is like, that is game changing. So it's not condom safe, I will say that, because it's a oil-based lube, but you can make one out of aloe that's a water-based lube. But still be careful, and anyways, this is good for your healthy flora and fauna, and it smells so good, and it lasts forever. So I do 10 drops of sensation, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm gonna do 10 drops cypress. Again, cypress is good for blood flow, and as Lucy Libido says, so Lucy Libido wrote a book, and then this Betsy Blossom book is by the same lady. So it's kind of funny because it comes after. So cypress is good for blood flow, and she says you wanna use cypress between the sheets because blood flow equals magic in the bedroom. So we'll do 10 of cypress. And then we will do, and sensation is really lovely. It's quite like a floral blend, kind of reminds me of joy, but a little bit different. And then I'm gonna do orange. Orange helps with like letting go, more childlike things, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that citrus smells so good. And the 4 drops of peppermint, and you might be like, oh, but it's a little tingly, and only 4 drops because I dilute the rest with coconut oil. It's not bad at all. So called Love. It's kind of not super conspicuous, so it can sit on my bedside table without any worry. And then I just fill the rest with coconut oil. And then I have a pump top on it, and yeah, that lasts us a really long time. So that's Love Lube. And I got these pump bottles. So it's just like a lotion pump bottle from Voyager Soap Company. So give it a shake, then you got that. And then the last thing I'm gonna make, because postpartum hair loss is a thing, and I really wanna support my hair regrowth because I've had 2 babies in a year. So this is called the Mermaid Hairspray, and it's amazing for supporting strong, healthy hair and hair regrowth. So in the Mermaid Hairspray, it's 20 drops of rosemary. So rosemary is really good for hair. I'm just gonna count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19, 20, and then I'm going to put cedarwood on here. Cedarwood is also really good for hair growth. It's a stickier oil, so you have to kind of wait. Another tip is in the bottle, it doesn't actually come out of the top. There's a little hole, I'll show you after, on the side. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hold on, I'm almost there. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. As you can see, because I'm talking, I'm a little bit of a guesstimator measurer with my oils. And so you can do that as well. It's gonna be 20 drops lavender. Lavender's in a lot of hair care products because it just strengthens the bonds of your hair and so that you don't get as much breakage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So you see like lavender is not as thick, so it's got a lighter viscosity oil. Cedarwood, because it's from a tree, it's kind of like more sappy. So that's why cedarwood's thicker. And then it's 10 drops geranium, and then 10 drops joy, but I'm gonna do bergamot because I really like bergamot. So if you look here, actually on the left-hand side, there's like a little hole at the bottom. That's actually where the oil comes out. So if you are having a hard time getting the oil out, just look for that little hole and tip it. So geranium is a bit of a thicker oil too. It's not my favorite smelling oil, but again, I'm willing to do anything. And because there's the lavender and rosemary in there, rosemary is one of my favorite smells. It kind of overpowers it. So we gotta get 3, 4, 5, this one's coming out slow, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, there we go. And then I'm gonna do bergamot because bergamot, it's like an orangey smell, Earl Grey tea. If you like the smell of it, you'll love bergamot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little extra bergamot because I love the smell. And then we're just gonna do an ounce of witch hazel. So 1, 2, and then I'm gonna fill the rest with water. And then I'm gonna have that mermaid hair spritz. So I'll spray that on, I've been spraying it on now, and then I'll definitely keep spraying it on postpartum just to encourage. It's hard to actually prevent the loss because when you're pregnant, you don't lose the hair, but I wanna support regrowth and just strength in the hair that I do have. So I'm not looking like I have baby hairs everywhere. I do already, but I wanna just encourage that growth. So that's what I made this morning. So we've got Love Potion, After Sun Spray, Pad Spray, that's my soak, postpartum soak. We've got the mermaid spray here. We've got bum pads. We've got the Happy Mama roller, and then I'm probably just gonna make one last roller, and this is gonna be for the baby. So it's gonna be Gentle Baby, and that just encourages calm sleep. If it's fussy or colicky, I'm gonna do 3 drops of Gentle Baby, and then I'm gonna do 3 drops of frankincense, and then fill the rest with carrier oil, and then I can roll that on the baby's feet and encourage the baby to be happy and healthy. And then I like the V6 because it has a pump in it, so you can just really easily fill your roller bottles up. And then I pop a roller top on there, and we have, what am I at for the video? 18 minutes, and I've made, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7 products. How fun is that? So easy, so great. I'll post the recipes with this video, but thank you for watching, and if you have any fun DIYs, I'd love for you to share with them. And for all you mamas who are pregnant or wanting to be pregnant in the future, if you know a mama who's pregnant, tag her in this video so that she can watch and just have the best postpartum and birth and labor and delivery experience possible. Thanks for watching.